Hello everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Age Veilguard. Left off having done a lot of the companion side quests. Finishing off a lot of the companion side quests. We were just about to do the last part of Tasha's quest. So I'm just going to head over to the Ravine Coast and get that taken care of. And then can do the next companion side quest. And here we go.
Avatosh, the air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it. There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Kunari, not Antam, but real Kunari, like us. Their little ship avoided the Antam. They asked how I was. They told me I could go back to Parvalan with them, if I wanted.
What do you mean, the air is running away from the storm?
We think of air as being nothing, but if you have felt a driving wind, you know it has weight. On a calm, sunny day, the air rests on you like a warm, thick blanket. When a storm is coming, the air pushes on you less. We say that it is afraid, running from the storm.
You can feel the difference in the air.
Some of us use tools to measure it. Some of us can feel it in old aches, or the way your body knows the sun is rising.
Do you want to take the Kunari up on their offer?
I used to think that I could never return. That the Antam broke me from the Qun when they took me away. But these Kunari said they could help me heal my mind. I would like that. I think I am ready. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
You have grafted your mother's horn to yours.
Yeah. Alchemist with the Lords did it for me. It'll grow now like my own.
And she will always be with you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Avatosh. I will eat the fruit. Be safe. Do not stay out too long in the storm.
Right. Let's go see what the damn tablet says.
You alright?
Just ready to get it over with. The Kunari translator said she had to give the translation in person.
That's a little odd.
Yep. Come on.
That's an odd time for her to rank up, but there we go.
Did the translator at least give you a hint of what the tablet said?
Nope.
And she wouldn't say why we had to meet in...
Sorry. No food today. Next time.
I'd probably get all soggy anyway.
This is good. Simple.
Wet.
You're the one who keeps throwing rocks. Come on. No sense putting it off.
They got a ship past the Antom and the Ravani fleet.
It's a small ship. Probably snuck by with all the smugglers.
You are Avatosh and Rook. Shathan, who served as your Tomaster, and was a friend to me.
You study ancient Kunari language like Shathan did?
Yes, I study both the language and the culture of the first expedition. My hope is that by learning more of the first expedition, we can improve our understanding of ourselves.
Are you really going to be able to help Karash like you offered?
Yes, the Antam hurt many in the Qun when they launched their invasion on the south. Karash will go to those who heal the mind. It speaks well of Shathan that she helped him.
It's an honor to meet someone who has studied the first expedition.
Shathan was the most knowledgeable of us. Thank you for sending her notes.
Sure.
You wish to know of the tablet. Before I give you the translation, I must explain. What you learn here, I ask that you hold to yourself. What is there is sacred.
I wouldn't have learned it without Rook.
Then we will respect your trust. The tablet's message must only be spoken. It must not be written down.
So that's why you couldn't just send a letter?
Yes, the tablet warned us against doing so. I remember the words, but please, bring your fire to the tablet so that I can show you. By Dragon's fire, these words are revealed. Trust no story not hidden this way. When the adversary came, we mixed our blood with dragons to fight. Protect those with fire. They see what we cannot. We fled across the sea, but there is no safety here. We have sickened, and will soon die. If more of us come from across the sea, then the adversary will follow. Beware the devouring storm.
What kind of Vashadan is this?
This tells anyone willing to listen that you were not a mistake. In fact, the Kunari need you.
Only because of some stupid new thing.
Rook is correct. The Adari had been a subject of debate among the scholars of the Qun. We had no evidence. Now we do. We were wrong to send them to the Antam as simple soldiers. And Shathan was right in taking you from us. She succeeded where we failed.
And she died for it.
I'll go check on them. All right. Where'd they go? Oh, Tosh. Found him. After all this, if I break my neck climbing up here in the rain. Harding, you owe me for this. Hey, Tosh.
All that work. All the ancient Kunari crap that she died for. And what's the secret? More work? More responsibility? She can't just leave me with this. She can't just... leave me!
What would she say if she were here right now?
Complaining will not solve the problem. Have I taught you so poorly that you cannot deal with this yourself?
Ah, Shathan.
I miss her.
But you can do this.
Yeah. I can. The Kunari thought I was a mistake. The Dragon King thought I was a weapon. Shazan was the only one who believed in me. The Kunari want me to help them. Protect them. What do I do with that?
Honestly, I have no idea. But I look forward to watching you and the Kunari bounce off each other.
We need the Kunari ready for whatever comes next. Whether it's the devouring storm or something else. They need to be united.
Most of the Antam broke away from the Qun, including any other Adari.
Then we need to get them back. And the Antam. They don't know how to live outside the Qun.
That's a good start.
I'm gonna make the Qun more like what it's supposed to be. What she taught me it was. can do that for you. Tama.
Yeah. The ancient Kunari tablets translation proved that Adari like Tosh are not a mistake, but were created specifically to fight an ancient threat known as the Devouring Storm. While Tosh still mourns, they now know their mother was right about Tosh having a higher purpose, and Tosh will honor that calling as best as they can. And because this is my 9th time going through this, while I was on my way over there, I was sitting here thinking about how there isn't an actual name for the race of Kunari. Since the ones who follow the Kyun, like were born under the Kyun and continue to follow the Kyun, they are Kunari. But people of their race who break away from the Kyun become Talvashoth. They are not Kunari anymore, they're Talvashoth. And the Kossith is the name of the ancient race. The Kossith is the name of the race from before they mixed their own blood with the blood of dragons. So the actual race of the Kunari don't have an actual name. That's why most of the time they're called Kunari, even if it technically is not accurate. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. I want to look at the Veil Jumpers.
Rook, good to see you.
I was considering changing up the party, but I really don't need to.
Do you feel that? It's like something's tugging at my whole body.
Ritual's already started. We don't have much time.
I'm sorry, Bellara, for what it's worth.
I guess I just thought... I thought maybe he'd listened, even if it took him a bit. But he didn't. Let's go stop my brother.
Well, well. Statues of wolves. Made from gold, no less.
A lot of gold statues for a guy insisting he's not a god.
That sounds like him.
Yep. Hell, one of the endings you can get in this game. Solus actually does proclaim himself a god. Even though he, anytime you're having a conversation with him, he insists he's not a god, he's not a god. It's gonna be one of the endings that I'm not doing this playthrough, so... But in one of the endings, after...
So what is that feeling?
The tearing
at the very end, he says it.
That'd be it.
It's you being, well, torn apart. Just really slowly.
Ah, right.
Okay, I was expecting a bridge here.
Nope. Got another plan?
Do you see those lyrium reserves by that opening? There should be matching anchors on our side. Let's try linking them.
Let's give it a try.
Gonna cross the streams.
It's amazing any of the city's still standing.
Is it though? Mostly floating.
Yeah, Weird.
The ruins are in good shape. Usually everything's falling apart except for one big altar with a glowy thing on it.
Wild magic is like wild weather. It can flatten the building next door and leave you completely untouched. That's what makes it dangerous. It's unpredictable. Okay, the feeling's strongest here.
Maybe it's being caused by that crystal over there.
I think you're right. Let's check it out.
Okay. I think that's all of that. Neat. Bit more loot to grab. Not that the loot particularly matters, especially this late in.
Okay. The feeling's strongest here. That hum means this thing is amplifying the magic, sending the ritual over a wider area. Destroying this will buy us time. Or it should.
Right. We need more time to find the ritual.
In Syrian.
He didn't give us much of a choice.
No, he didn't, did he?
We need to get moving.
Right, okay. Be ready. This is gonna attract some attention. Here comes the first wave!
Say that like you know there's gonna be a second wave.
When hasn't there been a second wave?
Still better than corpses.
You got it!
Where'd the other asshole go? Where the hell are they? Oh. Maybe they're all dead. I didn't think they were all dead. Ooh, that one was not parryable.
Hitting us from range!
So we're trapped?
Well, temporarily. Let's disable this crystal and see what happens next. The feeling's almost gone.
That mean we stopped the ritual?
No, it's still going, but we slowed it down and bought ourselves a little time.
Then let's use that time well. Damn. Demons.
Let's deal with them and keep moving.
Ooh.
Rain's big coming.
And off the edge they go.
Careful ahead.
I do wish they would have put more, different animations for the takedowns than they did.
Next one's probably won't be. It'll get worse as we get closer to the ritual.
How do you know?
I don't. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Ow, fuck. Dick.
What does Anaris want with a bunch of demons?
I don't know. He seemed pretty focused on his current form. He can't do much without a physical body, so best guess, he's going for one of those. After that, not sure. But I don't think it'll be anything good.
Has anyone ever planned anything good with a demonic army? I suppose they have.
Is it just me, or
The-
is that tingling sensation starting to get a lot stronger?
Not just you. Gut's all twisty.
The magic's starting to change our own resonance. Align it to the rituals.
And that means...
That we better hurry.
Again, that is not an answer. That is a non-answer, and Balara loves to give non-answers. She's like, we kind of need to know what that means, Balara. What I suspect that means is that it's starting to turn us into demons. Which, you know, wouldn't be good.
Okay, I think it's like the bridge again. You need to link the anchors.
Should be easy enough.
Okay?
Right there. And not because you need to or anything, but I like to cross the streams.
Two anchors.
Okay, got it.
I don't like this place. It's creepy.
I'll take demons over corpses. Why is it creepy?
Arlathan usually feels like, well, like it's sleeping. But this place feels dead. Like someone wanted it wiped clean.
Ugh, like a treasure chamber with a clean floor. That always means traps.
There we go. It doesn't make any kind of difference, but I like crossing streams.
Right. That did it. Come on. They should be right ahead.
That's trapped. Which means you just move on and you get the loot anyway.
They're right through here. Syrian and Anaris. Time to stop them, no matter what.
Family can be messed up.
son of a bitch, I didn't mean to cut them off.
Well, well, the little lost lamb. Are you here to join your brother at my side?
Melara, I told you to stay away.
I can't, Syrian. Not when it comes to you.
Why couldn't you listen to me?
What was she supposed to do? Let you get away with this?
No, but... Damn it. Damn it, Melara.
Come now. They cannot halt my moment of triumph. Soon they shall witness my beneficence, as well as my wrath. Now, I shall make your people pure. Now I shall become flesh. Finish the ritual, Syrian. Let me deliver you to salvation. Wait. Something's wrong. This is not...
Wasn't sure that was gonna work.
Syrian? Is that... What happened?
Ivor Siobhan.
What exactly just happened?
A flaw. A little one. Enough to disrupt his ritual, that is. With any luck, sent him right back to the middle of the Fade.
I think Rook means... Why'd you do it?
I followed your heart. Like I said, it's a good heart. And I didn't want to disappoint you. Not again.
Right. I get it.
We should get going. The energy concentration here is...
Betrayed again. How tragic.
No!
How I've missed the smell. The taste of this world. Once I dispose of you and finish my ritual, I will have succor in the storm.
You took away my brother. I'm gonna make you wish you were still a spirit.
Then come, puling wastrels, and face me! Submit, fool! Bow your head to me!
Look, we need to break the crystals, or else we can't.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Where the hell are you hiding, bitch? And she would have still said no.
I would never help you.
Cease your struggle. Your lives belong to me.
Not gonna happen.
I should have never trusted a weakling like your brother. I will do this myself. I am your nightmares made flesh.
You're a second-tier loser.
You dare raise your hand to me?
Got him ready for you.
What? Impossible!
I only destroyed 2 of them. Not sure how it came down.
We can do this.
Oh my word. I just keep getting knocked down as quickly as I can get them.
I will not go back! You will not send me! I must escape! It's I!
Can you just die already?
Tyrion!
Is it over? Did we win?
We beat him. Sent him back to the Faith. Now hush. We need to get you out of here.
No. Not this time. I had my second chance. I don't get a third.
I can't lose you again, Syrian. Please.
I'm sorry for Shiva. For everything. Rook. Thank you. For helping Balara. For helping me.
I wish it hadn't ended like this.
I made these choices. No one else. Balara. One last favor to ask.
What is it?
Can you stay with me? Until it's light.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, healing magic is a thing. Why doesn't she just fucking heal him? All that happened was he got thrown into a pillar. It's not like it was some kind of magical injury. Could literally just cast some magic and healed him. She's brought me from the brink of death several times. Anaris is defeated and banished from the world once again. Syrian subverted the ritual in a final attempt to help Balara, only for Anaris to strike him down in a final spiteful blow. I'm gonna do Davern's side quest next. Incoming healing increases. Adrenaline requires fewer hits to acquire. That's actually not a terrible one to consider. I don't know if I want to sacrifice the damage, though. Like, the adrenaline is nice, but it's not like it's absolutely necessary or anything like that. Increased stagger. That did not top off the veil jumpers here. So I'm actually gonna go to the shop, sell some shit to max them out.
I'm told you helped feed the Hala. We've been so focused on the attacks. It was bad.
I got everything you need for kicking the Venatori right out of this world.
Okay, so I need to get 72, which is 24 things that I need to sell. Okay, unless, yeah. It is not 24, in fact. There we go. I kind of forgot about the things that are worth more. That is such a shitty bow. Look at that. Look at how little stagger that gives. At plus 10, it gives 127 stagger. No gear that anyone's using. Oh my word, look at all these mementos. Too bad I don't need them anymore.
Safe travels.
Okay. Go back to the lighthouse. I'm gonna need to talk to Balara. And apparently, Emmerich. I do know which conversation this is with Emmerich. Oh, good lord.
He's courageous, and I do enjoy his stories. I didn't expect it, but Strife and I are getting along quite well. But where to go with him?
Does he like coffee or knives? Sorry, Emmerich. Rook might be better at this.
Rook, quickly, Strife will be here soon. Does wandering Arlathan's groves or exploring its caves, filled with lightning insects, seem more romantic?
How long have you and Strife been seeing each other?
Not for long. He inquired about my corpse whispering, then presented me with the most exquisite jeweled skull. One thing led to another.
That's some present.
Wasn't it?
If you and Strife are just out for fun, I'm sure any place is good.
Strife's is a life of danger, constantly exploring, sometimes hunted, often alone. Whether or not he knows it, a man like that needs romance.
And you're gonna give it to him?
Oh, eventually.
I bet Strife would be more interested in the insect caves.
You're right. A rendezvous fitting for a man of action.
All set. Where are we heading, Emmerich?
I thought we'd visit those fascinating-sounding caves under the waterfalls.
One of my favorites. I hope you're up for a climb. There's a part where the stones grow some eyes.
Thrilling. I'll find some extra rope. Until later.
That's what I like about your friend, Rook. For a city mage, he's not afraid to play in the mud.
Should I wait up?
Don't bother. It's not a real outing if we don't come back till sunrise.
And fun fact, Emmerich and Strife do not hook up if you have Emmerich become a lich.
Hi.
What are you reading?
Syrian's last words. Veil Jumpers had them. He must have known it was the end, one way or another.
Right. I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and I, we had plans together. Find the archive, the Nodaster Thalin. Get back what made us who we were, what was stolen from us. But now, Syrian's gone. Because of what that thing knew, what it told him. And maybe it should be gone too.
Forget about our people for a minute. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I wish I did. Our people shaped the world. We don't even know a quarter of what they could do or did. With the archive, we could be that again.
So you think we should keep it?
But what about the bad side? The other things we did? We stole the dwarves' dreams, put their gods to sleep. And much, much worse.
Good point.
We did not.
There's no easy answer.
The Evanuris did those things.
Our people's future on my shoulders.
Everyone trusts you, Balara. Strife, Eolin, the team.
I don't know if I trust myself. Not for something like this. This big a decision. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
What we were is important, and we should remember it. But some of that knowledge should stay buried. Enough that the archive should be freed.
Makes sense. I get it. Define ourselves by who we are, not who we were. Okay, I'll free it.
When?
Soon. But I need to say goodbye. To it, I mean. Is that weird?
No. You and Syrian looked for it together. I can understand why it's hard to let go of.
I guess I'm saying goodbye to him too. Finally. Okay. I need some time. Alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
Okay, now I can go change Balara's appearance. Get her into her legendary armor. I think it's this one. It is. And look at that, she's wearing shoes. You got the really stupid crown, but she's wearing shoes. Davrin and Lucanus still need their legendary armor, but everyone else is equipped. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna grab Emmerich instead of Nev. Try to boost Emmerich's level some more.
Do you miss Weishaupt sometimes?
Let's get you ready. Back to it.
Oh my word. I don't know why he insists on the person you have to have being on the left side. But it's really annoying, and it often fucks up me doing combos, because I'll try to do a combo out of muscle memory and activate the wrong fucking ability because it puts the person on the wrong side.
He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
That sounds as rough as it gets. Hope he makes it.
We've tried everything we can, but the calling is the end for wardens.
Except the Gloomhowler. Warden Chryson, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The deep roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
Well, that's not ominous.
She's lost her mind. Gathering forces. Griffins are there. How much time?
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the deep roads. It's time we flush the sewers. This is it, where Warden Chryson came back from his calling. Easy, boy.
He senses darkspawn.
That, and the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt. Don't go getting a big head, boy. I mean it. You watch those tail feathers of yours. The second you feel darkspawn...
I don't understand why Gloomhowler would...
Isaiah.
Why would Isaiah bring the rest of the Griffins to the deep roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own Griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron? That's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
Again, it's not all on her. She was ordered to do it.
What's your name?
Granted, she had the ability to say no.
Sanctuary.
It reeks of darkspawn and blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. You're no warden. You're not allowed.
Not allowed to do what?
Join those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're sworn to kill darkspawn, not befriend them.
She showed us another way.
She? You mean Isaiah?
Names fade. The song endures. But not for you.
My friend here's a warden. I'm sure he's up for it.
So's my sword.
Show him what it can do. It didn't have to be this way.
Only true believers shall pass.
You're a warden. Keep your own.
Whiteout shall never fall.
What are you talking about?
Our blades defend the world.
Feels wrong fighting other wardens.
What has Isaiah done to them?
I don't know, but the blight's taken hold. Hassan, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weishaupt.
Oh, you're still alive.
Darkspawn by the bridge.
Hassan, let him have it.
Darkspawn.
And Wardens.
Fighting together? Wardens, what's wrong with you? You conspire with seeds of darkness? Snap out of this, Wardens. Isaiah's evil. You're following a monster.
Ooh, damn. See if a fully charged can just one-shot this guy. Damn near. I was very close to an actual one-shot. He was actually killed by the status effect that my very fully charged shots do.
This place is like a caricature of Weishaupt. It's hard to try to rebuild it.
Even blighted, they were still great wardens once. Old memories linger. Echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
First Warden.
Rook.
What happened? I thought you died.
If only Gillenane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
She's mad. She has the Wardens under her spell. She's on a crusade to wipe out the whole Order.
What about the Griffins?
She's going to blight them, too. Turn our own symbols against us.
Can we still stop her?
She's about to start a blood ritual. You'll have to hurry. Search around. There's a feather from her own griffin long ago. I've seen her look at it with what passes for emotion. It might jog something.
How can we help you?
She's in my head. I can't hold her off. I should have died at Weishaupt anyway.
But...
give me some peace. That's an order, Warden.
Yes, sir. Be at peace, sir.
These Wardens are long lost. The only way we can help them now is to lay them to rest. The first Warden mentioned a feather. I think we should look for it.
Found a blueprint for Weishaupt. The real one.
Must have used it to build this place.
Here's the feather, for whatever it's worth.
Let's get moving before Isaiah does her worst.
Oh no! Who could have expected?
Hassan! Where are you, boy? Stay safe! We'll find you! I don't believe it. They built Weishaupt's dungeon down here.
What inhuman industry!
darkspawn armor.
Let's not get hit by that.
I know. I missed you too, boy. I promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any gingerwort truffles. What the hell is hitting me? Yeah, it's this asshole. Excuse me. That was aimed at the right spot.
Your brothers and sisters are waiting.
Don't listen to her, son.
That's the spirit, Hassan!
Damn it. I know it's possible to make that jump. I've done it before.
By the blood of the old gods, these griffins will be born again!
A blood ritual. If she finishes, she'll fight the griffins.
We have to get in there.
I don't see the griffins.
They're up at the top, past all this blight. No time to lose. We have to get this gate open, or they'll all die.
We've more blighted Grey Wardens.
I see them. Keep attacking the boils.
have to clear them out to get up to the griffins.
This isn't Weishaupt.
The griffins!
We'll get you out.
Grey Wardens! Destroy those who would destroy our cause!
By killing him?
By releasing him.
We know who you are, Isaiah. A Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the Griffins. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the Griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
What about this feather? It belonged to a griffin you cared for, didn't it?
Reavers.
That was your mount?
And a friend.
Did the blight free it from pain?
It drove her mad. I had to put her down.
And you would do the same to these Griffins?
I'm sorry.
Who's ready to go home?
The Feather Brigade looks happy.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Just not sure how.
What did you have in mind?
I was thinking I'd ask my good friend Rook for advice. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These Griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens.
continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the Eyrie for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them. A protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. She risked her life for these griffins. Whatever she feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
When I think about Grey Wardens, griffins are everywhere. On shields, flags, banners. Then Hassan showed me why. They're fearless, brave and unstoppable. They're your brothers and sisters in arms. Their home is with the Grey Wardens.
Well said.
Thank you. We're a family again.
Son. I love you, boy. I don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy. Welcome home. How about thanking Rook for all the help?
Come here. Wait, what's that you say? I can ride you all over Thetis when you're big enough?
Hey now.
It's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some gingerwort tea?
Isaiah, in her grief, had planned on blighting the young griffins in order to save them. Davrin and the team not only defeated her, but stopped Isaiah's army of conquered Grey Wardens from sweeping over Hosberg and the rest of the Anderfells. After freeing the griffins, Davrin had been resigned to Hassan departing with the others, and was overjoyed when Hassan refused to leave his side. I'm definitely not wearing that. Oh boy, added arrows. I already have more arrows than I even use. Four in all of them. Let's see, you're the detonator. Except I prime with you and I don't detonate with you. Huh. I'm just realizing that I never changed the appearance of his shield to the one that I usually have him using. Well, since I'm gonna be changing his armor's appearance anyway. Let's see, did that put the Wardens at max, or just close to max? They are at max. I could go upgrade their shop in a second here. After I'm done changing Davrin's outfit. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to go talk to Balara, and possibly even Davrin. equip his ugly armor. I really don't like this one. There we go. God, it just looks so dumb. I'm putting this one back on him. It just looks so much better. He's the only one that I don't usually actually use the appearance of the legendary armor. Tosh, yeah. Tosh, Bell, and Devrin.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Valara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
Yeah, and that'll be one of the more questionable scenes that they wrote involving Tosh.
Hey, Rook. Irlin and Strife reached out. They finished preparations for Syrion's funeral. I could use someone to come with me, if you're able. Just let me know, okay?
Sure thing.
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with his son. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
The Griffins have always belonged with the Wardens. Evka will give them a home and a purpose again. And I bet Asan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
A Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
It does beg the question, what role will the Grey Wardens serve in the next Dragon Age game? You know, with all of the Evanuris being defeated, and there being no more archdemons, you know, what's gonna happen in regard to Darkspawn and Blights? Go upgrade the Warden shop one more time.
You know the griffin with the...
What are you after today?
I'm probably not after anything. Never mind. The bow that I'm using is there. And Davrin's shield. I'm pretty sure I'm not using this, but I'll grab it just in case. I mean, I know that I don't have it equipped right now, but I'm fairly certain it's not better than anything I've got going on.
Back to...
No, it's just worse. God damn, look at the stagger on this thing. It's so damn high. And that one's even higher. My word. I am curious as to where the other focal blade is. As well as the other two All-Mother's copes. But odds are I'm not going to find either of them. There we go. All the factions are at maximum power. All the shops that still exist are fully upgraded. Not that the upgrade level of the shops matter, but...
We offer this form to the sky, the sea, and the earth. Thanks, Rook, for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
We're a team. We stick together no matter what.
Still, I appreciate it. Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier.
At least this time I'm actually never going to see him again.
Should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess.
Again, not a real answer. But, as I've already said, Balara loves her non-answers.
Belara,
Hey, Erilyn.
look. If you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we give to the sky, to share your story with the sun and moon. Feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elves' fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
Not every question has a good answer, but who we are is just as important as who we were.
Syrian didn't want our people to be defined by our struggle. He wanted to go back to who we were, before. He said that's when we were
assholes
all the way through. But that struggle, it happened. It changed us into who we are now. Just wish it were easier to know. Okay.
Wants the elves to go back to being assholes that you know, commit borderline genocide when it came to the Titans, and
To see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though. No matter where you come from.
imposing their will on absolutely everyone.
To represent grief and moving past it, literally. Yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it.
Also, I just noticed something that I've never seen before.
Gavin Eurus? To us? Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
And I'm with Nev, so you're stuck with me too.
A third we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Syrian and me, I mean. Maybe the Evanurus did just that. Conquered other people. Shattered them like they did the Doors. What would the world look like if they'd left it alone?
The past isn't just one thing. It's all the little choices and events that add up.
Who knows what choices we would have made? If they would have been better or worse. But I keep thinking the Elven were the first people the Evanurus enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard, knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong in the rituals.
Oh, it's not gonna let me jump over the edge here.
Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help
I
me.
saw a chest
It
down
meant
there.
a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder that on the other side of even the hardest days,
I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
this is what we've always done. That I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before.
Ooh.
First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad.
How?
But
Ah,
not as
fuck.
sad
I didn't
as
even
thought
mean
it
to go off there.
So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
How
I'm sorry about
do I get there?
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
Yeah. Like the last one, I know, I understand. However... Which way does this need to be turned? Just like that. Maybe this is the sword? Nope. It's just a bow for Belle. Oh, no. Well, actually, I think that actually is better. It's slightly less stagger and slightly more damage, but it has more useful abilities on it. Damn, I was really hoping that would be the sword that I'm missing. So that's not what I was looking for. I know I can come in here. I don't remember there actually being anything of value. Because I've come in here a few times before. Yeah, it's just a dead end. Yeah, odds are I'm not going to find the other stuff that I need in order to get all of my gear up to its highest rarity.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
Are you gonna be okay?
You know, I thought I'd be sadder, but I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but a little bit less every day. Freeing the archive, was it the right choice? Does it mean Syrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Daenerys back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that, never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing, and I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life for him, for me, and for our people.
I think sometimes we forget how hard just living life can be. But we do it, and it's enough.
Right. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We'll figure out who we were, who we are, and we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace, and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Syrian. I love you.
Balara has performed the final rites. While she'll always mourn him, her spirit is at peace. Alright, time for the questionable scene involving Tosh. Probably one of the dumbest written ones that they've done. You know, one of the scenes that people usually cite as to why they think Tosh is a terrible character, and it's just stupid, but...
So, Tosh pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
Oh, my. What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Like, the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon.
How'd you get up there?
They carved the scales. Made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tosh whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tosh is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barv.
Oh. Okay.
A barv?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling above.
Because, you know, actually apologizing wouldn't work. That would make too much sense.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling above, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay, yes, some people might do that.
Pulling above puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tasha's back.
Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
Isabella's apology work for you, Tosh?
Yeah. Just... I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have...
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well... I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
I think Tosh will survive, Ballora.
No, Rook. Tosh loves cheese wands.
Tash loves everything. Nothing like running down dragons to build up an appetite.
It's the fire breathing. I have to eat more to build up stuff in my gut.
I know what I have to do. I'm pulling a barv. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
And the fact, you know, people look at that scene and take it as the writers saying that just apologizing isn't actually sincere when you're dealing with someone who's, you know, non-binary, lesbian, gay, anything along those lines. You can't just apologize and talk to them. They have to be treated like a special little sunflower, and that's why people point at that scene and say that, you know, to claim that Tosh is a bad character, and it's just that scene has nothing to do with Tasha's character. At least not really. Okay. I suspected I would have something to talk to Davrin about. And then it'll be back to the main quest.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with the Wardens, see how their Griffin training is coming along. How about a trip to the Anderfells?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Alright. And with this, most of the side quests are going to be done. There are still some side quests to do, but it's going to be mostly main quests from here on out.
Darkspawn have been spotted. The villagers are in trouble. Rally to your positions. Go! Go!
Maybe try asking them nicely?
If only I spoke Griffin.
It's mostly just a lot of squawking. Unless you've got some gingerwood tea.
What's that?
Nothing you need to worry about. What's the matter, Antoine? A bird getting the best of you?
Yes, well, the problem is they aren't stupid. They can't see it's not real. They're clever.
And bored. So you mix it up.
Yes. Yes. But how?
Well...
Wait, what's happening?
Look! It's Darkspawn! Get it!
No, 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 no!
That did it.
Alrighty. And I can apparently go talk to Belle now. But main quest is basically all I have left. There are at least 2 side quests still to do that I'll get later. There's going to be one in Hosberg, for sure, and there's going to be at least one in Treviso.
Oh, Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one, I guess. Maybe not. Never mind.
Oh, come on. I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So, I'm having fun. It's different, but neat. And the fighting bits are going well. So's the romance, mostly.
That's great. I'm glad it's going well.
It is. It helps. All of what we do, I mean. Not that I'm writing about us, but, well, it's us inspired.
So, what did you want to ask then?
It's my hero. I know who they are, what they look like, all of that. But I can't figure out the why.
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk it all. Save the world. Well, you're a hero. I mean, a real one. So why are you doing all this?
The world's gonna end if we don't stop it. And I don't see a whole lot of other people lining up to help.
I wish I could be like that. Facing danger, caution to the wind.
But that's pretty much exactly what you do, all the time.
Sure, because I have to. And I'm scared the whole time.
Everyone's scared sometimes. It's what you do with the fear that counts. Facing it, fighting through it, that's what a hero does.
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic. To me, at least. And we're saving the world.
We're gonna see this through. All the way.
I like that confidence. Anyways, I should get back to it. Writing. Thanks, Rook. That helped. A lot.
Alright. Fucking mark things as seen again. And there we go. Time to finally go talk to Solus after freeing the Dalish. Just been leaving him hanging for a while, you know, more important things to do.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. I do not know how you have found your dealings with the Dalish. Whatever my frustrations with them, it was a privilege to be able to help our people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, we had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I try to avoid entanglements.
Except for Inquisitor Llewellyn.
I said that I resolved to do so, not that I succeeded. She is a good woman. Growing close to her was selfish of me.
Do you regret it?
I live with countless regrets. Some of them I have grown to cherish more than my victories.
Thank you for sharing that. So, what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elgernon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay. We always knew this was gonna be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veil Jumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better. But it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up, and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Here's the Hosberg side quest. Oh, I forgot about this side quest. And keep running around with Emmerich to try to build up his level. Don't know how much higher I'm gonna get it, especially when I'm this late in taking him with me, but Hopefully I can get it at least one more level on him. Yeah, at least one more so I can finish upgrading his detonator. If I can manage to get him up to level 9, that'd be nice too, because then I could get him to auto-fire his primer. But the primer is not nearly as important.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite people are. Besides, I have news, and every messenger bird I've met is dreadful at nuance.
Magister Parvus, it's good to see you again.
At least someone appreciates my presence.
You're our eyes in the Magisterium. If someone spots you here...
Yes, I know. Can't be spotted with the shadow dragons. You worry too much, May.
Well, what do you have for us?
The cult lost people in Arlethan, and leadership has fallen to Knight Commander Lenos. He aims to bring the city to its knees.
But Minrathous is already falling apart.
I know. While the Varantis' attack on the city could have been much worse, the people's fear in the aftermath is palpable.
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. Assassinated during the Dragon's rampage. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading until a new Archon steps up.
And no one has?
No one dares. Not with the Venatori circling like vultures. The risen gods are preparing for something big. And for that, they need fear. Chaos.
Preparing for something big? I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive, and we needed Solus's help in Arlethan.
And that's why we need to know what the Venatori are preparing for. Lenos is the key to all of it. First, we stop what he's planning for Minrathous.
And then we find out what the gods are preparing for.
Let's hope it stays that simple. One of Lenos' Venatori associates is often at the Cobbled Swan. Let's see what we can get from him.
We? Dorian, you can't be going yourself.
It's the Swan. Everyone goes to the Swan.
I'll head out right now.
Plus, good luck telling Dorian no.
We really need to figure out the god's big plan. Dorian thinks Knight Commander Lenos is part of it, so let's track him down first.
Okay. It's not that one, it's that one. And then the final level up will go there.
Harding's looking well.
Yep.
I thought I detected a new spring in her step.
Huh. Good. We're together.
Ah, so that's why Harding's been humming your name to herself.
She has? That's good. If she wants to, it's fine.
Enjoy yourselves, Tash. Truly.
What do you think of the Shadow Dragons?
They're good. They help people. Even if they aren't actually dragons.
Probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long.
That's main quest. I'm not doing that. At least not right now. I will do it eventually.
Associate. According to the shadows watching him, he's nervous and doesn't talk much, but does odd jobs for coin. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off, you check his belongings, see if you can discover any clues about Lenos' plan.
Too bad we don't get to see what he did in order to draw him off.
Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minrathous targets. That doesn't sound good. Mostly gone. Warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while. A bedroll. It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain. Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Carthus. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city. You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Destroy them all!
Tried to dodge it, but I was apparently still in the attack recovery. Oh my word. What the fuck? Sitting there trying to lock me onto shit when I'm trying to, Dude, fucking stop the lock on. I don't know why I'm so bad specifically at fighting the Venatori lately.
It's up quick then.
Oh, tried to dodge. And pick up all that shit.
Something tore through these gates. Something big. Watch out.
Oh, hello.
Fantastic, Rook.
Oh, the big guy must have fallen off the edge.
More blight in the way. That did it. We can get
Bunch of them. Let's do this.
Okay. Didn't really look like that should have hit me, but anyway. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
It smells weird down here.
It's still blocked. There's another boil somewhere. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing.
Somehow knew it was still blocked, despite not even seeing what that had connected with to.
We got it. Way should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this thing? Venatori, to me! Do you think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? All the risen gods?
We're certainly gonna try.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city. Bring these dissidents to justice. That's an order.
One less corrupt Templar in Minrathous. Let's look around, see what we find.
Yeah, unfortunately, corrupt Templars and Marathis are a dime a dozen. Cold steel.
These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger. Lenos's documents. They detailed Venatori's long-term plans and what they want to do with Tevinter. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for.
So they're doing magic crap under an eclipse. That's never good.
All this. The ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans. We have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
Whoops, did not mean to cut off Emmerich. Didn't know anyone was even gonna talk again.
Evil old gods, rituals, waiting for the stars. It's about as Tevinter as blood magic and hubris. Learning about the gods' plans is wonderful, of course. But the lists of magisters you got your hands on, now there's the real gold.
You've looked at it already. Of course you have.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May.
Imagine becoming Archon and using this against those who've been hurting the people for years.
You, on the throne? Dorian.
Tell me that wouldn't be a splendid way to bring about real change.
The Shadow Dragons have heard that before. After Corypheus, with the Lucerni. We expose corruption and stop slavers, but nothing really changes. What makes you think it'll be different this time?
Surely you're not suggesting we give up entirely. After all, you're still here. The rot in Tevinter is buried deep. We've been digging it out bit by bit, only for it to grow back. But what you've given us allows us to strike at the heart.
So the rot has no chance to return. But how would you use this information exactly?
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemies by whatever means necessary. I prefer to use it to rally the people. I say we make the information known. Allow the people to see the real justice served. Prove that from now on, we work for them.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten the Lucerni? I no longer trust that political machine will work in our favor. No. We must get at the root of the problem before they can react. A more forceful approach. Destroy them and their networks utterly.
Swords and spies and blackmail? The devious means you learned in the South? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same. No, we have to do this in the open. Show the people of Tevinter that we're here for them.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name. You supported this because you knew the system didn't work for the people.
The point was to work in the shadows until we could work in the light. And Rook has brought us what we need.
May, the Imperium's politics burned you once and you still...
Enough. We're not the only ones who have a stake in this. Rook, we're talking about your city. Your Tevinter too. Which strategy do you prefer?
Mevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once again, it's the Magisters and Highbloods pulling the Imperium's strings. That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic used by our enemies. We need to show Tevinter that we can be different.
Unless they find some way to bury it? Or leverage their wealth, power, and status as they often have before?
Politics is a long game. If we use force against our enemies, our allies will remember it.
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily. Sometimes a mere threat of violence is sufficient.
He learned that from his friends in the South. I hear Ferelden settled a succession crisis with a duel.
It worked. Astoundingly.
We're not Ferelden.
I'm merely saying we need to consider bold and creative methods of achieving our ends. The game is rigged. Why play by rules crooked magisters already exploit? Clear the board and start over. If they're gone, we can fill the magisterium with those who respect the office. Then we'll actually see progress.
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery. Abhorrent. It needs to go no more.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Altus Mages for all of its history. That must change. The Zoparati, non-mages, deserve a say in their own governance.
And all that's just the beginning of what will undoubtedly be a long journey.
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs. How best to get it, that's the question.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But we won't, because he'll come around and realize that I'm right.
And I'd absolutely back you up on that, if you were right, which you aren't.
We'll see.
Will we?
You want me to choose who'll be Archon? Sure, I'm a Shadow Dragon, but there are so many others here.
Then talk to them. Ask what they think. Asher and Tarquin, Nev Gallus, they're all a part of this, just as you are. We should all be comfortable with whatever course we take.
All right, I'll go do that.
Grand news about Lenos. One less crooked Templar in town.
The city will be better off with him gone.
We can hope.
Lenos made my life miserable. Rana's too.
I hear he started out different. Maybe he once cared about something other than gold. But I didn't know that, Lenos. And I'm not gonna mourn the one I did. Still, I'll thank the bastard for writing everything down. And delivering it to us all neat.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to decide what to do with everything we got from Lenos.
They both make good points. I just want what's best for our city and its people.
I suspect this decision will determine Tevinter's path for years to come.
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't stop to talk when you find a hole in the enemy's defenses.
Dorian is a brash rebel.
And Maevaris too much of a romantic.
I think the people will appreciate Maevaris returning as the leader they've always wanted to see.
No. They'll appreciate their lives actually changing for the better.
What do you think might happen depending on who leads?
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more shot at changing Tevinter from the top down. Worst that could happen is nothing. But that's what you risk when all you rely on is hope. But with Dorian...
We could get chaos, strife. Things might get harder before they get easier. If they get easier.
I'll take my chances.
And whoever leaves will have the Shadow Dragon support, right?
Count on it.
We'll keep fighting. For Dorian. Or for Maevaris.
What else is there to do in this town, anyway? It rains all the damn time.
So what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plans, the god's ritual. Would have liked to see his face when he lost, but having him gone is good enough.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian. We all want change. Who will be the more effective in getting it?
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You know me. I'm trouble. But more than that, it's our city. Our Tevinter. I care about what you think.
Always the charmer. Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated and ruthless when she needs to be. Dorian Parvis is a wild card. Flashy and inventive, he'll keep his enemies on their toes. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Maevaris. She'll inspire people, show them that the Magisterium can be better than it is. Right now, after the gods and everything else, that's what this city needs. What we all need.
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium supporting a cult. Bending the knee to these risen old gods just for a taste of more power. Can they not see they're only tools for the gods? So they can destroy the world?
Demanding intelligence, rationality, and self-awareness from our peers. You ask too much, Maevaris.
Look at me. Such a fool.
Ah, it's Rook. You spoke with the others.
What do you think? Who should be leading the charge from here on?
What happens after it's decided who'll lead?
Well, Lenos is gone, the cult's numbers are down, and they're scrambling to prepare for the god's ritual. They'll be distracted. It's a perfect opportunity to get our preparations in order.
All plans contingent on surviving the current disaster, of course.
I hope this signals the start of the change we've worked toward.
The start of the change, as you say. Things won't be different overnight.
But we'll keep fighting, because we have to, because there's no other way.
And with you and everyone here, we'll get there. We'll win. Keep believing, Rook.
Maevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course. For when enemies get in our way.
They will. It is Tevinter, after all.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. this city has strength enough to stand against any so-called gods. We will win the day, and after that, we will win a brighter Tevinter for all of us.
Alright. Working with the Shadow Dragons, the team thwarted a Venatori plot to crush Minrathous and discovered crucial information about the Magisterium that paves the way for a new Tevinter Archon. On to, not Treviso, Hosberg.
We'll practice war next.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
Okay, that's not good news. But you're making progress with your studies.
Yes. Well, there's more to learn, but yes.
So what's the blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean. Everything that calls the blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the blight, more than some of the others. Are you...
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
Should you have told me all this about the calling?
First Warden would have said no.
You're our friend. You chase archdemons and fight the blight. It seems fair you know what this means.
So, how do I help?
Figured you'd be in. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the blight and it gets attacked, then the blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes, its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
While we guard against nasty side effects here.
It's a plan. I didn't miss the part where Antoine said the alchemical flame is mostly stable.
I'll make sure the containers are sealed.
Maybe don't bang them together.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade.
Meet us there when you're done.
Alright. I will fast travel to the closest spot I can. We're getting real close to the end here. I can only think of one other side quest that needs to be done. But it won't be available until after I do For the Love of Treviso, which is the next step of the main quest.
I don't have a good feeling about this place.
It's quite unsettling.
A barrier. I bet the eruption's on the other side. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
While keeping the darkspawn back.
Better move before more darkspawn show up.
Up on the ledge. We can destroy the tendrils from there.
I am aware, that's why I'm already on my way.
A ballista.
Could be useful.
Or I could just use my bow.
We're through.
I'm ready. Let's see what lies before us.
What is... Is that the Blight eruption?
My word!
The darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. Let's go! Appreciate it, Emmerich.
You gotta go. Too many clustered all up. Get rid of the javelin assholes.
Going. Come on. Is that all you got? I'll live for you.
Thanks, Josh. This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike, and the whole thing goes up. All right. Time to destroy this thing.
Alrighty, now I need to go here. The next spot is here.
To think more. A fine hit, Rook. About that subject from before. To think, Morrigan was the transposition of Mythol.
The what?
The carrier of the spirit. Not as a full possession, but gaining memories of the past.
Oh, okay.
Rumor has it that Morrigan helped the Inquisitor.
No.
Possibly by turning into a dragon to...
She what? How'd she do it? What kind of dragon?
Well, I wasn't there.
We have to ask her next time.
And now I can go to the other spot. The spot where I'm supposed to go to finish up this quest. Now that I've picked up the flowers and the loot from the other glades. Hold on, guys. Just gonna grab this other shit quick.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendel reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
There's some pretty scary things in the Minratha's catacombs, but I've never seen anything like that.
A story for your fellow shadows?
Not sure even the Viper will believe it.
When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive, buried, untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Oh, that's incredible. I wasn't expecting flowers.
It's what we're here to do, to make this possible again.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until they're calling, at least.
So the wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
Do you really think something inside you has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? You can't sense the blight. But trust us, it feels different. And the sound is changing too.
As for what it means, it's like Antoine said. We don't know yet.
Are you doing okay with all this? Really?
Don't worry. I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
I'm sure you'll be fine. But if there's anything I can do, just say.
Of course. It's good we answered your first letter. And it didn't catch fire.
What?
It may have come close to an explosive, but we all met in the end.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
A world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back...
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
The Blight eruption was destroyed, and its hold on the Hossberg wetlands is over. While it'll take time for the rest of the Blight to recede, there's hope that life will return once more. Though uncertain about what the future holds, Evka and Antoine are optimistic about what comes next. And now it's kind of an unmarked quest, but once you've picked up all of the flowers, you can come over here, take them to a spirit, and it'll actually unlock an achievement for you, at least if you're playing on Xbox it will. I don't know if PlayStation has the same achievements or trophies, whatever you want to call them. Or if Steam has the same achievements and whatnot, but it's a secret achievement on Xbox, but you bring them to the spirit.
You're a spirit. What are you doing here?
Light glimmers the surface. Flowers break through snow. Hope unexpected. I am such.
Is despair gone?
No, but nor was I forever.
Alright.
Stopped the Anton. Took down their comic maker. She did your job for you. She's a hero.
Just a meddling busybody. Where was Rook when the dragon attacked our city?
Protecting my own, dickbag.
I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they ask for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
What about the human help that Anton was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant
It'd be
is
really satisfying.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
It would be really satisfying to shove a dagger through Avenchi's head.
So we're supposed to meet this unknown contact? Feels like a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillinane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
You've chosen to perform the Ebkatara, Tash?
Yeah. You know about the Kunari horn grafting thing?
Watchers study other death practices.
Huh. Ebkatara. Know what it means?
Imperfectly. A horn growing twice?
It's more like growing memories. My mother's strength adds to mine.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
I just instinctively tried to do a roll recovery as though I'm playing Dark Souls. Hitting the fucking dodge button right as I hit the ground to try to, you know, cancel out the, like, the animation of recovering from the fall.
Okay.
Something they unfortunately made impossible in Elden Ring.
Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher!
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear the whispers? They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city. So... you live in a casino.
No, I don't.
Make a game of this. I will be
I'm not a crow.
Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
I live in Minerathis, probably in a shithole in Minerathis. Not in the casino.
The butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the blight? Finish them off. We need to go after the butcher.
Stop blocking everything.
So the butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
I thought he was given into whatever the gods were doing.
I think I finally figured out why everyone's just randomly pulling out their weapons after the fight is over. It's when the turret runs out of ammo and blows itself up. That's, for some reason, causing everyone to pull their weapons back out.
Everyone's acting like normal, like the butcher hasn't gone nuts.
They're on, Tom. They don't ask questions.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Who does abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me?
There's the butcher. He's a reaver and fighting his own Antom.
I very much doubt that whatever he's become can tell us the gods' plans.
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city.
Now put him
Okay. Get over here, where there's actually room to fight you.
This is the power the gods give.
Butcher! Where is the ritual?
Final ritual. You say cure. I see Tearstone Island. The ritual. Tearstone Island.
Got him.
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The butcher kept his promise to us in the end.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it.
You know, I've got a bow on my back. I would love to just put an arrow in your head.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Governor?
Oh, please, just say what you're thinking.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antom. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minerathis. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city.
I'm from Minerathis, you dipshit.
Treviso is dying, Rook. and its killer wears your face.
I'm from Minrathis. Did you really think I was gonna let my own city die to save yours?
You weakened Treviso long before that blighted dragon attacked Governor. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Anton kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgarnon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
Moron.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Anton fell in line?
Whatever the Anton are looking for, Evenchi's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
If only we'd figured out it was Evenchi before all this started.
I wish the same. But regret does neither of us good.
We knew someone had delivered Treviso to the Butcher. You brought us their name.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
When Evenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
Evenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
Yeah, all I need to do is go back to the lighthouse, and the final side quest that I can think of should be available. The Blight-corrupted Butcher revealed Tearstone Island as the location of the god's next ritual. He's dead, but Governor eventually declared themselves the one who betrayed Treviso to the Antam. Now, Evenchi controls the Antam, and the Crows must fight harder than ever to depose the corrupt governor. Ooh, that's actually more stagger, surprisingly enough. However, I kind of want to just stick with the weapon that I'm using, just because I've used the Antivan Rapier so many times already. Alright, so I go back to the lighthouse. That quest should be here. There'll be a letter in the library that I'll be able to get. And then I should be able to head back to do the next quest. But then again... You know, fuck it. Give me that. I'm curious as to if there's a better amulet that I could be using. Probably not. You know, I can actually probably go without the 20% tool ability damage that I'm getting out of this. Go for something that's gonna give me more of a benefit. Which is probably gonna end up being this. Make it so that my parries get me a little bit more than just extra damage. And there we go. It makes it so that my equipment screen doesn't have low rarity items. Not that that really matters, but... I'm fairly certain this is the last side quest. But I could be wrong. Maybe there's something better I could put here than a revive. I'll do detonation damage instead. Let's see, go here, get that barrier damage. Okay, all my shit's enchanted. I need to get Emmerich's shit enchanted. I'm actually gonna move this stuff from Nev onto Emmerich. Because he's basically going to be taking Nev's place in the party. I will still give her enchantments, but her enchantments aren't going to be as important. Not equipped. I need to move that onto Tasha's stuff. Detonation damage. There we go. She can have that. Didn't realize I forgot to do that for Tosh. Anyway. I'm fairly certain I'm not going to be getting Emmerich as upgraded as I would prefer. If I get him to level 8, it's going to be barely getting him to level 8. I find it highly unlikely I'm going to have any chance of getting him to level 9. And I have it's a conversation with Neb. It's not an actual quest. I know it's got the quest marker, but that's not what it is. Then I can go talk to Lucanus, which will trigger his Hero of the Veilguard status.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Do you ever think about your call? Everything
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Okay, that doesn't trigger it. After I do this side quest in Treviso, I'll be able to get it for him. Alright. Make my way to go talk with Nev.
There's good magisters, don't get me wrong.
Come to think of it. Have the Lords of Fortune picked a new expert to assess Kunari treasures?
Tried out a guy. Useless as tits on a drake. Couldn't tell a first expedition is Solitar from a Steel Age ritual jug.
Ridiculous. So you'll be handling things for the Lords?
I guess. Until we find a real expert. Like my mother.
I wish you luck in finding them.
Hey there.
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
One day we'll come here and not get mixed up in something.
Well, then what would we do for fun?
I've got a few ideas.
Until then, it's reading the paper. What could go wrong?
Are we tempting fate now? That is fun. So, what are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators.
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium Brandy. I know where to stop the red lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
My hero.
I wasn't already? Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Alright. Get off my screen. Motherfucker. I could do this quest, and then Lucanus will have Hero of the Veilguard status. Finally. And then it'll be time to resume main quest, and I'm pretty sure do nothing but main quest until the game is done.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it. Ivenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Ivenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Ivenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows?
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Ivenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Ivenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight, the governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Ivenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Ivenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now.
This might end up being an extra long episode. I don't know. You know, I'm not entirely certain as to how much time it'll take to finish the game with what I've got left. I might, depending on where I am in the game when I hit the 4-hour mark, I might just end it and start a new episode, but to finish it off. Oh, that's it? That's the whole conversation? Okay.
On to the garrison and the governor.
I don't know. I'll have to see how it goes.
I'd have expected Ivenchi to post some Antam as guard.
We clear the garrison this time. Ivenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
I see we've come.
Look! Intruder! Calm down. We can escape.
Oh. Okay. Good lord. I can't even see what's happening.
We have them now.
Alright.
Dark spawn. The courtyard's full of them.
That explains why Ivenchi's Anton were trying to run.
Okay. Knock that shit off.
Okay, now for Avenchi.
I will see you dead!
Careful. The air smells wrong.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working.
Ow. Okay.
Got him ready for you.
I told you once, this won't end any differently. Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
And he's dead.
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made it.
You would have died anyway.
neither will my death. My comet could have helped stabilize the city, but it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows, the citizens helping each other through the dragon and the blight, they're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the crows. You say you did all this for Treviso, eventually to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
Shitbag.
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time.
None of that. It is time to celebrate a victory.
Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.
Jacobus the Fledgling fell to the Blight in Treviso, but not before using the last of his wits to lead Darkspawn into the garrison, which overran Evenchi's Antam and blighted the governor. The team put Jacobus to rest, then rushed to stop a despondent Da Vinci from unleashing Comic upon the city. With them dead, Treviso can finally move forward without being manipulated by one of its own. Level 50. Maximum level. There we go. If at some point, if you play this game yourself, and you decide you want to use this build, here you go. You can now see my entire skill tree, and you can take a screenshot, do whatever you need to do, but here's every single skill that I have, so you can follow the path if you decide that this is something you want to try. I'd recommend just figuring out your build, for yourself, but it's not exactly the most difficult thing in the world to make a build in this game. I've never had a build that just didn't come together, so I need to come back and talk to Lucanus. That will give him Hero of the Veilguard status. And then I think I'm actually going to end this episode, and then have the episode after this be everything that leads to the end of the game.
Lucanus.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
What was it Nev said? That killing the demon in the Fade could do it?
Could. She says there are no guarantees. Besides, our circumstances are unique.
Because you and Spite were forced together?
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him?
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
We've learned from Cole in Dragon Age Inquisition that a demon doesn't have to stay a demon. Just as a regular spirit can become a demon can become a regular spirit. Cole used to be a demon, and he changed and became a regular spirit again. Spirits are ever-changing. That's how it is. Just because he might be able to separate Spite from himself doesn't mean that Spite would continue to be Spite. He could theoretically become, a spirit embodying a different emotion. That's kind of the nature of spirits in this game. Or in this series, I should say. So I'm going to change Lucanus' appearance so that he has that armor on. Look at that, it's really cool. Definitely his coolest armor. Alright. Now, like I said, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I know it's shorter than a typical episode normally is. I usually try to go around 4 hours. But because this is basically the end of the game now, I think I'm going to end it here and have the next episode be everything else that's left to do. So, let me drop a save. And then, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.